Let's go.
All right, this is day 36 of my adventure. All right, today I will arrive in Finisterre. I think it's a little over 20-mile hike today, so it'll be another fairly long hike. Once again, I sort of did a little bit of miscalculation. Not too bad, but mainly getting used to being back on miles. A mile is a bit further than a kilometer, so made some minor miscalculations yesterday in terms of what I've got left for today. But I got about 20 miles to hike today, which is actually a little less than what I did yesterday, so shouldn't be a problem. Finisterre, let me also something a little. What's the difference between Finisterre and Finisterre? And then there's another place that I don't think I've even mentioned yet. If I pronounce it correctly, it's Muxia, M-U-X-I-A. Anyway, Finisterre, I think, if I understand it, refers to that entire region on the coast there. And Finisterre is a town, and Muxia is another town to the north, Finisterre is to the south, and I think I may have this wrong, but I think Finisterre is the town that I think is associated with the Romans' concept of that being the end of the earth, and then Muxia, I believe, has more of a Spanish religious context to it. But I haven't really done a lot of research on all of this. Actually, just last night, I started Googling all of that stuff and tried to get a little information. But it's on the shore, so it should be a nice experience. And so I will be hiking to Finisterre in the Finisterre region, which is to the south. And all goes as planned. I will arrive there today, and then tomorrow I will hike up the coastline to Muxia. So that's the plan, and I should have plenty of time to do that. That'll leave me time to catch the bus and a train, get up to Madrid, see some art, visit some museums, and it should all work out for me. The weather, temperature's not bad right now, a little misty, and I think I might be feeling a few raindrops, although it's not in the forecast, although that the other day when I got totally drenched, that was not in the forecast either, so we'll see how it goes today. Okay, so yeah, this morning's hike is also starting going up over a ridge here, and this ridge, the ridge line is where they put a lot of windmills. Evidently, you get more consistent, stronger winds on the ridges, so looks like I'm going to have to make it up over this ridge to start my morning. I'm not really sure what the elevation gains and losses are going to be for the rest of the day. Knock on wood, I think they're not going to be quite as severe as they have been the past couple of days. Well, it looks like I'm just going to keep going up and over one ridge after another. But, you know, that's what makes for these nice views. So, not complaining. That's the Camino. Okay, I've only been hiking about 30-45 minutes, but I've already reached my first town, and there appears to be a cafe here, so I may stop here for a little breakfast, even though it's kind of early. I see some of the other pilgrims have stopped here for breakfast, so I think I might just go ahead and do the same, especially if I can get some eggs. So. Well, I didn't get any eggs, but I did get some coffee juice and a pastry. So that should do me well as I am on my way, walking through this interesting town. But I'm not really sure what that is. Must be where they put the cattle or something, a place for the livestock, something. I don't know. All right. Well, I'll tell you, it's nice sort of being out on the trail all alone again, giving me lots of time to think. And I've been saying the thing that I've been thinking about the most is getting my new studio set up and working on some new artworks. And man, as I've been walking along and daydreaming about it, I've been coming up with these ideas of what to do, and I am really eager to get going in my new studio, and that's creating a dilemma for me because I have all these other plans. I'm definitely heading to Australia and New Zealand in a few months. That's gonna take 6 weeks, so that's not a big deal. But the biggest thing is the Appalachian Trail, hiking that. That's like 5-6 months probably doing that. And then there's some other difficulties with that, since I'll have to leave Mexico. I will have relocated to Mexico with my 1-year residency visa, and then at the end of that year I'll need to renew it for a 3-year residency, and so it's going to be cutting it pretty close. If I ran into some issues and wasn't able to hike the AT as quickly as I thought I could, I might have trouble getting back to Mexico in time to renew my residency visa. So that's an issue. So I've got this conflict about my new studio in Mexico and getting started with that, and my other plans. So I'm going to have to work out those issues. I think everything will probably work out. I've been looking forward to hiking the Appalachian Trail for so long. I don't want to get out there and feel like I need to rush and regret being there and wish I was, in Mexico in my studio, making some art. So, yeah, that's what I've been thinking a lot about as I've been out here on my own walking on the Camino. So it'll be interesting to see how this next year works out for me. Okay, so I've come to a point in the trail where I can elect to either go to the north and do Musea first, and then head south to Finisterre. And the official Camino Trail, I guess, gives you a choice. However, my far out is suggesting that going to Finisterre first is the way to go, or at least that's what Far Out is suggesting. The Far Out app, the main routes are in red, and then whenever there's an alternative route that the Far Out is aware of, it will appear in blue. And so the route to Finisterre is the one that's appearing in red. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and head to Finisterre, and then tomorrow hike north to Musea. So, and from the looks of things, I've got a little bit of an uphill right there, but I think, I see off in the distance some more hills. So I don't really know how much more uphill I've got, but since I'm heading down to the Atlantic, I would think that a lot of the rest of my trip is going to be downhill, but it's probably going to be a lot of up and down. So we'll see.
You know, I've been hearing rumors of a Camino monster that the pilgrims have to look out for, that they sneak up behind them and devour them alive. And I guess it's a really horrible experience. But, you know, I haven't really seen any signs of it. But I'll keep an eye out for them. Okay, looks like I'm approaching town number, I think this is my third town for the day. So we'll see what's up here. Well, maybe not, because it looks like the Camino is directing me another way. So that will not be town number 3. Well, it looks like I'm getting my first glimpse of the Atlantic Ocean.
Don't know if it's showing up in this video or not, but this is actually a very steep decline, and this is actually more treacherous than going uphill. And in fact, most injuries, hiking injuries, occur when you're hiking downhill and going uphill. It's actually a lot more stress on the body, and you're much more likely to trip and fall. Well, I'm right down next to the sea right now, and that smell of the sea actually reminds me a lot of when I was younger, growing up and living in Fort Lauderdale and spending so much time on the beach. And that smell of the sea reminds me of those days. But I still have over an hour, probably closer to an hour and a half of hiking to do today before I get to Finisterre. So, and looks like I've got some uphill here yet to do to get back up into the hills.
This kind of reminds me of the Inca Trail. Well, this last section of the trail has taken me a little bit longer than I thought, but I did stop for a sandwich along the way. But according to my calculations, I've got about 45 minutes more of hiking today. So, okay. My guess is that's Finisterre. So, and like I said about 5 minutes ago, about 45 minutes away it looks like. So I think that sounds about right. Send word to Caesar, for I have found the end of the world. You might want to just text him. I don't think he follows my blog.